Today, I'm in the studio with a special guest that you all know him very much. He is constantly on in the media. He is the Deputy Defense Chief Governing of Ambazonian Governing Council and a czar. So welcome. His name is Capo Daniel. Sense
Thank you.
Pasquin. Welcome, Mr. Capo Daniel. Welcome, Papa. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for showing up. I really love that you're here. I'm so excited. So, what's up? What's up, Papa? How are you
Thank you, Mama
doing?
Najella,
I
for
know
bringing
it's
me
too
inside your
late.
show.
Yeah, I don't say late
Yes,
for your area, but
yes.
Papa, you where you supposed to be sleeping, at least you come for my show. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Mr. Capo. Thank you very
I'm a
much.
pleasure. I'm a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'll be so honored for come for your show. I'll be one of your biggest fan them. And I'll be used to for always interview people, for arrange interview and things like that for communication for the governing council and for Ambazonia. So I be
Yeah,
tough to be
today.
interviewed. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, so
I do
today the
interviews with
table don't turn around.
we do interviews with journalists, the guys in Voice of America, BBC, Mimime, for some local journalists on the ground that we call regularly. But when it comes to our own Ambazonian interviews, I don't see myself getting into an interview, and I think it's an honor and a great opportunity you don't give me for attend your show. And a very powerful show, do and a show for we country people then.
Yes, for we contribute for them. We broke them. We the broke. We broke
Yes.
them. Mr. Capo, me I dey so me I get for talk about you because really I was saying now you be one of those people. Where when I open my eye, you Bella Franklin, the first people when this IG, I was a member in the IG and I had given my money a lot there. So when things started happening on the ground, I called them, call Sako, you not get them. Call all those people. That by then they had that. How do you call that man? Santos. Call the other guy. I mean, a lot of them. They give me false information. Then they want pass me on for this man because I'm surprised what is going on, especially when they had the killings on the ground. And this the one strike me when they for Bali, for my village, when they go born picking them for there, and then they put picking them for. I said no. At the call, say what are you doing? What? So I can't realize them. Where I be see you on not that but I never knew you. I never know. This is your passing. I don't know for call. I see you all the time when you were with Seseko. I think once in a while, when sometime you used to talk. So I saw you one day. I said, no, me, I must call this Capo. I don't hear way. I said, me, I must call this man for ask to because I don't ask everybody. I never get anything. So make a try to for this man. Whether if he tell me, give me some information, tell me what did go on. So I be call you. I call you.
Yes.
You pick my phone. I say, Papa, when I there for this revolution, now what did go on where they died? I never hear nobody come up. The Sako when I still a president, and then you told me, you say you don't know you. You say I don't know what is going on. Mame, I don't know what is going on. The thing I said, they don't even cut me off. I used to, talk, but I don't know what is going on. I say, eh? So you don't know what is going on. Where I say now, when I know what is going on, they don't cut you for communication, everything. You tell me, say you don't know. And then that's when again you came to strike when I said, but anyway, this man, I don't know what he's doing, but he said he was doing something. He sent a letter to the United Nations, and the only thing that then you talk, say, oh, really? I say, yes. Then you said, I said, but I don't know if it's true because now I'm coming. You said, no, you will check it. You said, Have you checked it? Have you called the United Nations or now who will be called? Say me, I don't call for us. I say me, I don't know me for call. Oh. I don't know what to go on. You say so you don't know. Then you say, okay, I will try and see. Then I'll get back to you. And Papa, now then when you go find out and see all those things, and then you came out and you told the people that these people they did not. They start put your name, call you this and that and that.
Yes. Yes. Not true. You know, for this was struggle. How did this struggle start? All way across the globe. We watch the images where they come down, where they beat students, beat lawyers, and all we just want for help. And so thank God say some of we will be then be inside activism for some time. Since we grew up in this struggle for more than one way, but I not be ever see myself like an activist because you know the way that country they people the way they challenge government, they see you let's say you strong head, like you define problem. So I don't always be that way for always try to push for the right things from
For
school.
the
I
right
think all
thing.
my classmates from BHS they will tell you, even from primary school they tell you that it don't just be in my nature. So that way, I think I be go for university to get the same thing from Chang. I be organize a school protest with block university and all those stuff them. Then can catch me, take me go for Balansua. And I come up for that experience. I be even fear for talk for my classmate then wait happen because Oma may talk say, ah, when I like problem. When I don't come for university, nobody even attend one class. When I come also when I want go block university. So we run with that culture where people they always fear for talk. And
Yes, Papa.
I not don't get that opportunity to express myself. So when this struggle already start, I already just naturally fall for inside, try for help, contact one or two people, try for give advice and all those stuff. So I don't work because of that. I come
The,
up close and personal with these leaders where they be there for the struggle with Tasan Wilfred for Ground Zero, Harmony Bogba. I be start with Harmony Bogba. I be actually travel meet up here for Bamenda for High Court Day. That be see the court, the thing they go on. I be really want to try to see how I feel help. And at that time, I go tell this I feel try to help them with social media because most of them be see social media and I think was small picking them WhatsApp,
yeah.
YouTube, all these type of things. And I be then propose
Yes.
this thing even for Frundi and Kawala. Now Kawala be one join the party at one point. I be tell them the advantage with if you use how if you use social media for change that country, if you fight corruption, all those ideas. Them, but Frundi no be even really give me ear. Kawala be listen very well because I first we don't stay for America. I be do some videos about corruption where you catch police where they collect bribes and all those stuff. Then maybe they always talk about it donors and those type of stuff. So I just love them. And then I don't work with Patrick Newman. I don't know why I know Patrick Newman. This francophone guy where he wear military clothes. He did for
Oh
social
yes.
media.
Well, he didn't have for he did France or he didn't have for Euro.
No, he did for America, but he did for us and for
Ah,
YouTube. Yeah. So that
okay.
man, and I work with far, I think 2003. I started work with that platform. So we done there for social media for a long time, everywhere, just trying to help. So when the struggle
Yeah.
start with Sako, Seseko, I work with all of them. But one of the things I be end up for realize and say most of them they be just the lie. That means they be rely on necessary lies.
Mm-hmm.
Lies where you no
You
need for
told me
they no
more
be gain.
about it. See,
Yes. And I always know say lie they need to ever last for long. And I know be ready to understand the dynamic why this one go to lie, why we go why this one will lie about this one will talk say no talk for this one. Just like some very childish things. If you go on amongst those leaders, one person
mm-hmm.
will be stand out amongst all of them now Ayabacho from the beginning because I will be the main activist for this side for Asia here, for China, all this side. All man be they look up to me. I be there for most of the forum them. All are the groups that for China, both the IG group and the Egg of C group. Now me I give them name all. So I be being at the main person where they look up to me. That will invite Ayabacho me come for here for conference. Ayabacho he deny he say na see me invite na Akwanga. If I meet people that know get chance to know all the leader, no be only ye every time. At that time I be one I say, wow, this guy is so selfless, you know, with our people, the way we grow up,
Yeah.
all man wants something for himself. All man
Yes.
wants something for himself. So wait till the talk not true. That waiting they be happen on the ground where people they be die. Most of the leader they be just be so cut off so disconnected. They be focused only on their, I know you have to talk like their position and their projection them, but
Yes, their
no man no
position,
be
yes, true.
yeah, they not be really
They
care
not be
about
there
what
for
it
the
happen on the ground.
revolution. Yes,
Yeah,
they
like
never care.
what it happen for the common people. They know this struggle be just been
And
a
that
thing
is
for
why I
most of
got mad.
those.
That's when me I be get mad when
Yeah,
you see where that I dey call, I dey cry. I even dey call, dey cry, they talk, the talk one talk for these people. I
yeah,
say, what is nobody cared. That's why, and you really cared because you told me even about all those other people in jail. One and what do you call
yeah.
the terrorist or
Mancho
the
BBC, all of
Manto
them.
BBC, the Coven person. Then the way you started telling me all those things, how concerned and all those things, I say, wow, this is. And since then I can see they start put that lie, the lie. I say, what type of people? You are the ones that you got me involved in this revolution because I saw the lies, all those things. And then that's when me and Vela Franklin, all we started talking about the life of Ayabacho. You see, we come up with the vanguards. We are the
Our
founder of the
sister
vanguard.
will be our
And
biggest
Mandela.
enemy. I tell you, we'll be there for
Yes,
year.
it was wrong.
For year, we will gather people them for China, gather people them all for see how if we do help, even how if we raise money. You go here na Ata Milan go cover South Africa. Say, hey, the one moon not unarang receive that Ayabacho, Akwanga, those people them na scammer them. They talk
It's
about
true.
AK. We talk na 50
Because
when I
I,
say what's a man fit buy AK, they can't cash una for Hong Kong day.
yeah,
Una give they be instead of frighten we about
not true.
self-defense. So when I
Yes.
don't go through the time where I don't work out with these people then I see the two they try to do and today for ground zero for the talk claim about in of ground zero. It just shocked me.
Yeah.
It is shocked me.
Apart, let's dive into a
Yeah.
question. Yeah, this one you already tell us what happened in between. That's you already said all that. Okay, let me go to this. What you once held an important portfolio in the IG of Sesico. Later on, you started saving Ambazonia through the Ambazonian Governing Council. What happened that you moved? Did you fail the IG? Did the IG fail you, or did the IG fail the Amazonian people? Did it fail you, or
Yeah, I think that's
or
a very
I?
interesting question.
Yeah,
Yeah. In the beginning, most of us who were not really were just there. We saw what was happening when the Agbobala and the rest were discussing with the Cameroon government and the negotiation was going up. But we were not really involved. We were just advising. We make things like here and there, but we were not directly involved. So when the consortium, when SCACUF was created, we all have a sense of like everybody is in this thing. So it's like it should work. We wanted it to work. Everybody was, this is the leadership. We wanted the nationalist group to support it and to make it work. So that is how it emerged as the IG, and I supported it 100%. I was the first person to say Siseko was the president when he was just made the chairman. I even make his picture and put it on my back. So with all my heart, I put all my energy in the IG to make it work. But like you saw I was just drifting because even though you
Yeah,
have the IG and Seseko doing the pictures, giving very nice speech, but when it goes on the ground, there were just people about the ADF. It was about Ayabacho, it was Ebenezer
yeah,
Kwanga, all those generals on the ground were calling. Even the people who, what I really started to notice the egg of sea was when we had the first October Declaration of Independence. You remember the Declaration of Independence?
I remember.
At
Yes,
that time,
Papa. Yes.
yes, I was in charge of producing the flags. On it was supposed to be done by Bafongalafo, and he handed the task to the guy who was a country head in China, and could not do it, so he handed it to me. You know, they were in front there, but when it comes to implementing some down, they handed it to me. So I was in charge to do all the flags and to make sure that all the so-called what the IG called the county should have flags, and they should have some community leaders to be the one to start going in front when they want to make the protest. So basically, I was the main organizer of that 1st of October Independence Day
Wow.
march. I was the main
Yes.
person who worked there.
Wow.
I mainly worked with the SCNC network on the ground, which was facilitated by the Pafongala 4. And most of the people were Sukadev, and it was just Sukadev. ADF, I didn't really, when they even talk about ADF, I did not even
Again.
catch the name like,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Mhm.
those were the people that we really work with to make sure that everybody have flag and there will be protests that day. And then after that protest happened, we were so happy to see the initial images, people coming out in Moyoka, Munyenge, in Akwaya, in Dop, in Oku, with the Ambazonian
Indian,
flag
all those
going. They
area.
did exactly what we were advising. Go to the Fons Palace, go and declare that we want all the parliamentarians to come back and all those things. After those initial pictures came out, around 3 p.m., 4 p.m., we started getting reports that they were shooting people on the street, using helicopter gunship. People were dying here and there. I started to call Siseko. Siseko phone is off because he had told some people that the UN will come, and they have made
Will come.
some.
Yes. He told
Then you have
us,
people like
we
Benji.
knew. Mm-hmm.
You have
The
people like
Benji.
there were some
Yeah.
politics going on that I did not know. People like Benji, who was the ADF, they had military training with Benedict Kwa and Sheikh Avi
Sheikh Avi.
in the forest for about 9 months before that day. So they were ready to
Wow.
fight, but Seseko came and asked them to come and join him, and he will give them Odeshi. So when we were approaching these people, there was some resistance from the leadership,
Mm.
but we did not. I did not really know what was really going on because me, I did not really care about the
Yes. You
politics.
did. You were not
I just
into
wanted to help.
inside
Yes,
that
I just wanted to
politics
help, and
dumb thing.
I saw Seseko like the leader. But when people
Mm-hmm.
started to die and all those things, he was nowhere to be found. To be honest with you, I was not the only person who called Sisiko. He did not pick up his call for almost like 24 hours on the 1st of October after he made that speech. I don't know what was really happening, but he didn't pick up his call. So we had to try to call. We didn't know who to call. We put the image of the number of BBC, Al Jazeera. We asked people to call here, tell them that they are killing our people. We were just so frustrated.
Yes. Yes.
Eventually, while I left the IG, the first time was the Daddy when Ayabacho, the video of Ayabacho was leaked when he was in Daddy carrying a gun.
Yeah.
Before
They
that,
said.
there was an image of Seseko Ayoktabi who visited one Ambazonian guy who have a hotel in Nigeria, and there was guys there who hold AK security guard around him. I was so happy to see that video. That we have a leader who have security guard with him. It was so
Security.
nice.
Yeah.
That Yeah, that same week, the video of Ayabacho was leaked with him and
And Daddy.
with many men on gun with guns on the ground. I say, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this is something big. So I posted
Big.
that image in that video in my Facebook page, and I got a call from Seseko. He tell me, Capo Daniel, I'm so disappointed with you. You have betrayed us. I said,
Hey.
betray you how? Say you are now
Yes.
promoting Ayabacho. So
Was it
I said,
politics
okay.
or is it fighting who? Did
Yeah,
you
now
care
in my
who?
mind I was like, so this thing na this and that. I say, no, you
Yeah.
remember last week I posted your post with those men with gun, and then this guy now he said, no, I cannot explain to you this thing very well. I will give out. You talk to Nalova B. So I called
Hey.
Nalova. I said, Nalova, what is going on? Nalova said that thing is not even in ground zero. This man is a scammer. That is in Nigeria.
Nice.
I said, okay, if this man Ayabacho is really a scammer, that means that he's a good scammer to
He's
come
good
out with this type of
scammer.
thing.
A real good
Yes,
one.
I said
Man will
I
never know
call
for scam.
the
Oh.
refugees in Nigeria. I offer that I will give 100,000 naira for anybody who can go to that very place where Ayabacho was standing and take a video and send to me. Let me prove that this man is really a scammer. Nobody could do it. I contact everybody who was there who could prove that this thing is Abacho was
It
scamming
was
people with this
false.
video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody was accepting. So that time, Chair Martin, he called me and
Mm-hmm.
invited me that he wanted me to join the the
Yeah.
Tigers of Ambazonia. I said, okay, I will join you guys. So when I entered the Tigers of Ambazonia, in our first meeting, Mark Barata was there. He was also one of the bishop there. Johnny Giawan was there. We're about, since the names of the other guys are not known, I will not say it. We're about 8 of us there who were the bishops of those guys. And they were telling me the history of that group. They said Nalova B. Sisiko was the name, the one who gave the name of that group,
Tiger.
the Tigers of Ambazonia.
Mm.
And I remember I had asked Nalova about this group, these tigers, who are these guys? She said, no, 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 they are just propaganda. They are not real. It's just some boys, they go and attack one police station. It succeeds. Out of excitement, they try to go to the next village. And then Magbarata, they are just doing propaganda. No, don't worry. That is when I really went there, in that group, that I knew all the truth. That actually
Yes.
ADF had been training people for long. The daddy was actually in Nigeria, and the thing that just
But
made
it
me to
wasn't in
really
Nigeria.
respect these guys was what Nalova
Mm.
told me about the Tigers of Ambazonia. Now I was there, and they said that he was there. It was actually Siseko who gave that name. And then in Dadi, you saw that building. There was
Yeah,
one generator there that the fighter was using. That generator was, let me, because of Siseko is in jail,
yeah.
we don't want to put him in
Mm.
trouble. But
Not
that generator
everything.
was supposedly donated to the ADF by Siseko. So it was not like if he was lied to. They know
Yeah.
that daddy was in ground zero, and they lied to me. From that day, my mind just said that these people are not
Change.
who I think they are.
Yes.
I started to listen more
Yes.
about Abacho, try to pay attention with him. So that's how I abandoned the whole pushing the idea of the IG. I just abandoned it there, but I still work with
And Papa,
everybody.
if they can lie to you, somebody that was inside, because I could call you that you were inside, if they could lie to
Yeah.
you, then what about our people, our innocent people that they've lied to our innocent people? And that's why some of them are still holding on to those lies that we're trying to break it.
Oh,
That,
my
hey,
sister,
Papa,
here in Southeast Asia, in China, there was a scammer. He's called how do they call that guy? He was a country head. This guy is the worst of the scammers that I've met. He was in for this thing because he was thinking he's going to have some position or this. He had this type of mindset. He was not somebody who was really loved the people, like, we are
people,
trying to do something on it. So this guy, I told Sisiko that this guy, you are really working with the wrong man. I know you have Bobby, he called himself now father of the nation. I think everybody have seen how active he is. This guy was
yeah,
working so hard here with me. With a lot of people were working hard. I say, work with these people. But this guy was giving money, and he sends gift regularly to Nalova B and other stuff. And how he just Siseko could not handle this a simple situation like that. And it came to a point where I think they wanted to make appointment for ambassador. And he asked my recommendation. I recommended one guy in Oman. He's a professor there who had real, tangible potential to help our nation. But he's not somebody who will go around bribing people for position. So there was all those things that I
yeah.
saw in the IG. And I just knew that
This is just
it's
a
not
sham,
really,
and it will not go
yeah, it
anywhere.
wasn't something. Yeah, even though they are sincere, I would not lie. They are sincere people who really
No,
think
they
that
are. There are
Ambazonia will become
some.
independent. They think that we will become
Mhm.
independent and they'll become whoever they think they'll
Votes.
become.
They'll
They
give
are
them
not
vote.
thinking about,
That's all what they were for. If they were not for
yeah,
this hour for people, most of them went
yes,
for their position, name, building, those type of things. And the Lord, even what is happening now, I'm sure is the Lord, because to me, I believe that this revolution is a God ordained. And now it's time to look at the real people. And if you see, even when the Siseko came to United States, he came to Georgia,
yeah,
to Atlanta. Lot of people that were there. They were holding, they were doing this, bring this, or this, circle. But right now, they've all disappeared. Because when I stood in there, I was looking at people that I thought they thought that they were going to be ministers. All those people, they were just doing that for the moment to see if in case we had that independent then. they'll just go and sit there and become dictator. But God is good. God is good. Even though I didn't like that Seko is in jail, but at least that's a way to show us that they did not start this revolution in a good way, in an honest way.
Oh,
All it was
they miss
deception.
opportunity. Yeah,
Yes,
they
and
miss a
that
big
is the reason.
opportunity. They have
Really miss it.
the trust of everybody. But I think what we can learn is that you don't just need to be good. You actually have
Yeah,
to to be competent. You have to be
yeah,
competent. You cannot just hope
exactly.
that will have independence and then it comes. Imagine what
Yeah,
this revolution
yeah.
would be if Akwanga and Ayabacho were not preaching about self-defense. It could have ended long ago. So good intentions does not do the cut. Yeah.
Capo, let me tell you that in Georgia, when they came, they were selling 500, 1,000, this and that. They gave we us when you buy it, they gave us this thing, a certificate, something that we're going to sit at the front when they become Ambazonian, become Ambazonia. So we are going to be those ones, the high rank.
Sitting in
I'll
front.
make a voice for it. Me too. I bought
You know,
that
even
my Milan was there. I bought it
yeah.
too. I buy my own this thing now. They give me my when I didn't have
There
side.
is one guy in
Say,
South Africa who visited
uh
me here in Hong Kong. He's a very wealthy guy. He has a farm in South Africa. He contributed a
mm-hmm.
lot of money, and Seseko they promised to give him the road project to build the road. I think it is from Tico to Bamenda or somewhere like
Boy,
that.
we're not even
And
started.
he
We haven't.
yes, they are already promised him, and he was now made he was made one of the first member that they put in the Restoration Council. So he was my informant there. He's a very nice guy. He just saw me because the wife is working with South African Airlines, so he could travel free. He just came to Hong Kong and
Yeah.
visited me. He showed me his communication in his phone. He showed me everything with Sisiko and all these things that was going on, and they made all this promise to people. But
As
that
who?
way does not work. If you look at the success of Ayabacho today, he is a leader of this liberation war. He has not give anybody promise. As a matter of fact,
No.
the donors, big people who give money in the ADF, has no say in policy. We will still
Nothing.
go back to our closed door meeting, and everybody will fold the shirt and gets to work. We think about practical
Yes.
things. They don't care is
Yeah.
in our meeting, they don't
Papa.
care about you are
Yes.
CIC or you are deaf chief.
Yes.
They care about
Yes.
solutions on the table.
Yes. For, even for mission, whether they give money or how much, that is their business.
Yeah,
We are talking about Ambazonian. You give your money, you give an because you give her for save your country. You need to give an because
exactly.
say you want to make you go pay for some pay. Everybody's equal. I look at it and say
Everybody's
everybody.
equal.
Yes,
Yes,
and that's how it's supposed to be.
yes.
You get things
You
by
come to a
merit.
meeting, you'll be
Well,
surprised. You'll be shocked.
yes,
When I listen to
yeah,
the meeting of IG, their audio leak audios, they are talking about ADF, talking about Ayabacho. In our meetings, we talk about phobia, we talk about the bees. How do we get rid of these people who are
yeah,
butchering our people every day? We talk
yeah,
about our generals, how can we reinforce them, and those that we can reach out to them for collaboration. When it talks
yeah.
even about activists, we talk about Mark Barata, who have been a big problem to us. We don't talk about him in terms of bringing him down, but we talk about him in terms of how do we correct this young man so that he can use that influence he has positively. We talk about
Talk about
Sakok and
schools,
Cristiano, not in
even
terms
about the
of
schools.
destroying them, but in
Yeah.
terms of seeing how we can change their negative effect to positive things. So we are
Yeah.
progressive in the way we do things in the governing council.
Yeah.
We are really working hard
Yeah.
for our country. We don't blink like I just
Yes.
say we don't blink. You get
Yeah.
into our meeting, it's like a corporate war where they sit there and they're focused on a
Yes.
project
Yes.
independence. How do we make this thing
They
work?
don't talk about people. That's
They don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
just what is going on down in the country, what how people are dying, what are we going to do to solve this? Even our in our mission. Eh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Even if we want to carry out an action in Lebialem, we will not go and say that there is an IG force there and we will not work with them. No, we go there to the people who are there. We tell them we want to work with you. This is what we want to do. If you cannot, then we do it ourselves. We always put practical things first. Always
First.
very, very practical. And
Papa, may
this,
I ask
I
you
just
another?
want to just, if I may just continue, just a
Okay.
little thing I want to state that
Yeah.
the effect of the IG have reinforced La Republique mentality in our people. They came with the idea of giving favor, giving you are my
Yes.
countryman, you are my friend, you
Yes.
are in my group. They
Mm-hmm.
reinforce all these negative things so much in the revolution that has become like Honorable Weber said, it is like the virus, the access of evil.
Virus.
To be
Virus.
honest with
Yeah.
you, they have
Mm-hmm.
made people to hate Ambazonians
Yeah.
simply because of power. Because what will I say?
Position,
Simply because of
power,
power.
those type of lies,
And it has
things like
become a
that.
shame. A lot of people,
Yeah.
good people who were coming to this struggle, I mean, with good heart to serve. When they come and they see all those things, they just go back
They fall
because
back.
they say
Yeah.
there's no difference between what these
It's
guys are
not,
doing and La
yes.
Republic. No different at
Exactly.
all.
I know people like that. Yeah. They refuse. Okay, Papa, but you cannot because if you say no, no, then who is going to fix it? So the only thing is to come in and then try to fix it. Try to talk to people, convince people, and do the right thing as you are doing. As I am doing, as others are doing. So many. You just make sure you stick to the truth. They will give you names, call you names. Don't even bother. But I'm asking number the other question. Say a guerrilla fighter must be a defender of justice, an extraordinary fighter, and a patriot. What are the qualifications for joining the ADF as a soldier?
Because we are at war, the whole concept of the ADF, like I met it because I came into the ADF, I was not part of the founding member, is there depend on political education and leadership skill for few soldiers that can be deployed, and then those soldiers they now recruit foot soldiers and train them and give them this political education. So they also do accept soldiers that are not trained but have experience with their own groups. And they spend time with those soldiers to give them our code of conduct and the proper way that they can behave, teaching them how to use proportional force, teaching them our tradition and the whole reason why we are fighting, and giving them that mindset that they are going to be leaders and they are going to be have good conduct. Of course, we have cases where some soldiers, even though we have those good treatments, they still go and they do a lot of things. But we have set in place a system that supervises them, that contacts them on a day-to-day basis. We have also created a network within the population, not just the force, that can give the leadership accurate image of what is actually going on there, so that when there is a real problem, we don't just cover it, but we can really go to the root and solve it and make sure that there is harmony. That's why you have seen that in all the areas where our camps are based, there have been no genuine protest by the population about excesses. The only the recent case that we have is with General Bush Rambo, that we now know that it was something that was done out of financial motivation. There is zero complaint about his conduct in Oko, and it goes the same to all of our forces across the territory. But there are some problems, there are some challenges that we have had soldiers who have kidnapped. Actually, we have had those cases as well. We have intervened,
Mhm.
we have been able to discipline soldiers, take away their guns, demote them, and that capability, that ability for our leadership to institute laws, to appoint generals, to kick them out, replace them, go through disciplinary committee, have ensured that our soldiers can conduct themselves in a way that will be acceptable to our people and that will project the type of image that our people want internationally. So that is what we do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Papa. That is a good standard. Okay, I'm asking you another question is in March of 2022, the leader of the AGOFC said sustained support will crumble Donga Mantum. What a Mantum they call him. We can take care. of the enemy. The spirit of resistance can be reassigned in Boyu. Recently, there have been attacks by La Republique and henchmen in this area. Not to forget the Gabu massacre in 2020. What is the requirement to sustain the support needed in Ndonga Manchum? And why is the presence of La Republique so prevalent in that area of Bui, Donga Mantum, and Boyo?
Yeah, the whole ideology of Dr. Chuayaba and his vision is the predication of colonization. That means the way we approach this our war is not just on a military front. We believe, like what Dr. Cho is saying, that the whole concept of Cameroon having legitimacy on our territory and occupies our territory is predicated on their ability to have administrators on the ground. So in areas where we have kicked out the administrator already and the military are bunkered down, we don't over consume our attention in those areas. Like in Dunga and some other areas where we have kicked out the Dios and all these colonial people, they're out. We still attack their military there, but our priority is not just the military presence, but it is the presence of the Cameroon state, which does not want to, it does not operate by me. It's not a military regime. So if they don't have a Dio, they don't have any civil administrator, that they are defeated already. So we will declare that that area have been defeated. Then we try to apply force on their military presence so that they remain in their base and they are unable to go out and do patrol. So we have eyes on them 24/7 in those areas. But in areas like in Dunga, Mantung, where you have had the Fulani people and all these things, there is a camp there called Wind Damage. It was an ADF camp. They have had training and they were loyal to our forces. They were being coordinated by Chairman Sheikh Kavi. And the IG came over and they bought over that camp. And they brought in this, the whole idea of the IG is they send money to the general, they send money to few people. In return, they have loyalty. They don't follow up, they don't give them mission, they don't motivate them, they don't gather intelligence, they are not really in touch. So those forces, once they have validation, this type of validation, they just lie down and they become complacent. They even lose focus of their mission and they are more
Yeah.
focused in pleasing these guys in the IG who are not really much concerned about what is going on. If they carry action, fine, they announce it and they're happy. If the
Yeah.
soldiers die, they hide
Hey,
their
they
heads
don't
under
care.
the sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So recently, because of the use of Fulani men from mainly from Kano, these are active Boko Haram fighters that the Cameroon military they hire to come and fight on their behalf. We have re-engaged that region, and we have had our coordination going on there. We have carried out some attacks that have been successful, and the Cameroon military have come there with full revenge. We have lost the commander and his brother in wind damage, and our family goes down to that community. We are we have a lot of work to do there because they have been dispersed. They are not in good formation. They are not taking their radar, what we call radar, properly. They have not set up the basic type of structure that our forces, the ADF barracks, will function. But we will get there. So that is what has been happening there in Bui. The whole of Bui, I can tell you now, they don't have IG. There is no IG in Bui anymore. Not the
Good.
Bui warriors. The camp of Isobu have basically dispersed. If they are talking to somebody, they will just be somebody talking over the phone. But the former guys of the Bui Warriors who are now in collaboration with us in the Bui Unity Warrior platform have all declared to us that they are not in the IG of Seseko, they are not in the IG of Sako, they are not in the IG of
I know.
Chris Ano,
I know.
Ano
And that, yeah.
with his
That
representative
that lady.
Mariana.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I don't
they
know.
want to still want to be ARF. So they want to be independent. So there is a meeting going on there today. We'll have a briefing from that meeting. But that was the
Okay.
debate that was going on there with them. We wanted them to really clarify. You have to have a political leadership. But the Mad General Mad Dog, he came out very clear and say, I have to be clean. I'm not
Yes.
in the IG group. They have never bought me a single gun. Do you want me to play the audio?
Yeah. You can play it. Yeah.
Hold
You
on,
can
let me
play
play
it.
some
Yeah. What
of
should I
this
let
clear
them
audio
hear?
here.
Yeah.
You know, our people,
You have it.
sometimes we talk. Okay, I'll play this audio.
Yeah.
I didn't
Play.
intend to play them, but I'll play them.
Because yeah, play. I just asked you a question that you had to, refer because you can be talking. People will say, "Oh, he's just talking. He's just making it up." So if there's a proof there, there's nothing bad.
You don't get now only few hours and don't come back. They go there.
Hold on. Let me get that particular audio.
Yes,
Vulture. Time where they be shooting for barefoot for that.
we're seeking for the truth.
It will be on the 27th of April.
Hold.
Because I know they will eliminate me before Major General Hassan. They can't intervene.
Okay.
More enemy, we're not a republic.
Okay. Let me put a speaker so that you can hear the voice clearly.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Bring it so our people should hear.
Bluetooth mode. 蓝牙连接成功 connected.
Okay, here. Oh, the president is.
You
Oh,
can't.
yes, Mr. President. Oh no, I'm on the Tori Day
Really,
with Mama Najella.
it's live, so he's not
We are
watching my
live.
show.
Okay. Okay. She said you are not watching her show. Okay, no, it's going on live. Okay, Mr. President, later. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, let me play that audio. It's on my Bluetooth
Yeah.
now.
Evening, Chaos, evening.
Oh man, a place day. Yeah, Parker number one, place day. So you don't talk some talk for house. I see I'm say
This is no, you hear his voice. It's from the Unity Warrior.
if I may I
Yeah.
reply you, clarify you, make up. There's some people them
My
too.
God.
We they know. Let's where would they? Yes. Me general big voucher. Okay. He talk. So I be very happy for the way where you don't come up, I like when some person be open, like how where you be open, so they ask question. So we for we, the Amber Restoration Forces, where would they for we? We know they pay allegiance to no man for diaspora. Yes, we be it Chris Ano, be it Sisiko, or be it Marietta or Chris or Sako. So
Yeah.
I want to make up maybe clear for una today. Say we the Amber Restoration Forces for Bush. And why we will be stuck say we don't be now with Unity Warriors.
So, man, don't let him play
Okay.
because it get back
Yes.
right
That's
information.
yes. It don't be clear. Yeah.
But
It's
those
clear.
are things that we go on. You get for
Go
a lot,
on.
not only for Bui. There are a lot of
Yeah.
forces where they be restoration forces where they just use that name. They are not
Yeah.
under. When we say the IG don't have, when we say IG don't have forces on the ground, we mean it because we talk with those forces on a day-to-day
Those forces.
basis. We know what we are talking about. They don't have any force on the ground.
If they
The
don't,
only
they,
force they
what?
say was the brother of Oliver Lekie, who
Oliver,
is probably
Basha.
composing his next music. He's doing his next music. I should hire him to play me some music for my No Connie Talk show. But there is just no there's no force under the IG because they have
Loyal to
failed
them.
the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
we
people.
pray that they should. I don't know what advice I can give them, but everybody have their
Yeah.
choice. As for us
Yes,
in the ADF, we continue to do what we do best, fighting for our country, giving good
exactly.
political education, making sure that they are in good conduct, and we'll continue to push for collaboration. We are not asking them to abandon their ARF if they don't want to. But all we ask them is don't attack your brother. It's just ridiculous that you are fighting a war with an army that is stronger than you, and you waste your energy and your weapon to go and fight your brother because
The
the
brother, yeah.
IG wants political dominance, and they will manipulate you to do that. So they have refused, and that is what is going on. So
What do you know about fighters in New Jerusalem?
New Jerusalem,
Yes.
who say you get that? You get the inside defense very well. So you know
Ali, yeah, Ali,
the
no, Ali, I have to investigate. As I'm investigating, I'm getting little things to,
yeah,
I
the
investigate.
the
No,
come in tanker.
don't you
You are,
want to
that
get
is
the truth?
yeah, no, that is the heartbeat of the struggle. In Bamenda, the
Okay,
capital city, there are actually 6 brigades of the Ambazonian Defense Forces in Bamenda that some that people don't know. People know of New Jerusalem, Tanka, Anage,
and
and then they know of
I'm not even
the
done
Red
with the
Lions of
question. But
yes,
let me give you the follow up, then you answer all. As a major player in the Ambazonian War of Liberation, can your office interfere in this matter for those fighters to be released?
yeah. This is the problem, my dear sister. You have this guy called Sama Thomas
Yes, some of them
that he comes out and he
I've been
makes
hearing
all
him.
those noise,
Useless,
and he,
yeah.
he yeah he's talking about that we arrested the soldiers of Tabiquifo, and then we are holding them, we are taking over their camps and all those story. But what he fails to know is that those soldiers had been released long ago. They did not stay in detention for over a week. They were released and they were given 1 week holiday to go to visit their families and decide whether they want to continue with the Ambazonian Defense Forces or they want to join another force. The fact that even after 2 weeks that those soldiers were released, he did not know. It means that he doesn't even have connection with those forces. He's just coming up, making stories as he goes.
Uh-huh.
The day I announced on
Oh,
media that those soldiers have been released and we released the video, that was
uh-huh.
2 weeks after it happens because
After,
for security reasons, you don't want the public to know that we have allowed soldiers to go and visit their family and create
yeah,
a security challenge for them. So we wait
yeah.
for 2 weeks and we announce it and we release the video where you saw
Okay.
General Cobra coming to release some
Yes.
of them, and they were making that was 2 weeks after that video was taken. And then he went on Twitter and said that finally ADF has released the forces of Tabiquifon. So if those forces were actually his forces or working with him, he would have
He
known that
would
we
have
had
known.
released them long ago.
Yes.
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 So he's just making
That's
up
what they
stories.
go
He
out
says
there
that Tanka,
and doing all those propagandas,
yes, he says that
deceiving
Tanka
our people. Yeah.
was not ADF camp, and it was their camp and all these things. He's just a liar. The thing is that early on in this struggle, after the Daddy incident and the propaganda against ADF by Cameroon agent provocateurs and the Eric Tatos and even Mark Barata but Mark Barata was
Yeah.
doing it underground. He was not doing it like
But
Eric Tato. He was
let me
just
tell you, to tell
complaining.
you the truth, my brother. Let me say it on this national TV. I still don't trust Mark Barretta. He is trying to play his way everywhere, of which you cannot do that. You
Yeah.
cannot do that. So I don't trust. He's that type of person that can, things can happen, and then I don't trust him really. He's
So
never been
Ma Najella,
somebody.
I'll say something. I'll release something. Say that I've not done it. I've not had even time to go through to show our people. So
Yeah.
what happened was, in that early stage, the Ambazonian War Council they make decisions to go dark. That means all ADF forces they ask them to adopt new names. just so that they can survive and be able to walk across the territory without them being harassed by soldiers that have been brainwashed by these guys. So they come in Alabukam, they adopted the name Red Lions of Alabukam. So if they are going somewhere, they'll say they are Red Lions of Alabukam, they will not say they are ADF. You also had the Niba. Niba, who was actually in Dadi with he has actually slept in one bed with Ayabacho on mission, sacred mission. He was the one who established the Seven Kata. He also called the name Seven Kata. You have the general who opened tanker was in Bafut at that time. They brought him over to open a tanker, Anaye 1. He came and opened the force in tanker. These were all ADF fighters working with ADF, but they also work with the IG because we could not provide them everything. So they had contacts with people. And these people will come and tell them that, hey, don't join ADF. Sometimes also that maybe I just think maybe they say that, okay, no problem. But behind them, they are working with the ADF. They are ADF
Yes,
fighters.
I know because
of popularity and public pressure, they just hide their head down. So Sama Thomas does not know anything. He's out of touch. He's out of touch. He just come out and say things. Some of those soldiers, they talk to him, and when we call them, they say, Master, beg Capo, you know that one that diaspora thing, this and one talk me the Master, let my man know my way to survive. So we know what is going on. We are not worried about somebody who just have a big mouth. Sometimes they can deceive people, so sometimes we counter him. But these guys have used those boys to steal money. I mean, real money. From these are stories coming from the soldiers. I have them all. Not something that we have interest to even put on air. They have the first guy who was there. They call him Marcellus. He set up soldiers who are in Kondengi today. Their evidence presented in Cameroon military court came from Marcellus, who is an IG coordinator. I mean, evidence in court. You have the guy called Sama Thomas. He had arranged a deal to allow brasseries in Bamenda with this big supplier in Bamenda. They call him what name? We have seen that 4 soldiers have died because of that deal. That we tried to stop it, and they killed 4 soldiers because they have allowed these people who have paid money to bring in contraband in Bamenda, and they have penetrated our defenses and compromised soldiers, and people have fallen. I can actually show you live video of some of those operations.
Yeah, sure, Papa. We are here to tell the truth. We're going to let our people know what is going on, because some of them they just keep talking and talking about ADF. ADF is this. When they say things like that, I just laughed because
I
having been
need to remember the name of this guy who sell these drinks in Bamenda there. It has become, they have given him so much influence. So when you see these guys, they are fighting that they want all fighters to be under them, under one command, not under ADF. It's not because they want they like fighters. It's because they want to go and
to go back to
they
La
want to go and
Republic.
their
So
money.
La Republic will give them, yes, they give them money, and then they just take our boys, deceive, and then take them back to La Republic.
Oh, this is in
they're not even ashamed.
Wait. If you see,
They're not ashamed,
this is,
Papa.
I don't know whether I can see very well. You can see this guy. He's from It's called Scorpio.
Bring it this way, in front of you, in front of your chest way. Okay. Yes. Yes.
You can see his face there.
Yes.
Talking there. That is the meeting we had with him.
Yeah.
Video call. Our
yes.
intel that we brought in from our mother base. We had a meeting with him. We created a dark force that is not connected with the other forces, because these guys have basically used brasseries to compromise many forces there, and they were using them to moderate their actions. You used to saw brasseries vehicles carrying drinks coming to Bamenda being burnt. You can why have those? How can those vehicles they come in and out of Bamenda now? Nobody stops them. So we try to even get some of these forces, plan dark operations to interfere with this business, and as soon as we set these things in motion, those guys somehow were killed, which means that probably There are friends who are within the forces that are benefiting from those illegal threats. They saw it and they passed the information and they helped the Cameroon military to eliminate them. So these
Capo,
people, because of personal benefits, just like Cristiano
mm-hmm.
in going and making deal with CDC. Then you also
CDC.
have the other guy, they call him, I forgot his name. There are many deals like this, people like this who have made deals with Cameroon economic interests with our territories.
Yes.
And
Capo, let me
to
just say,
guarantee those
before
business,
you
yeah.
continue, before I don't forget, like in Bali, Koraman,
Yeah.
Koraman was against that Brazzaville
Brassaris.
thing. He
Yeah.
sees it, but they killed these Sako governors, these people. They made arrangement until they buried that boy alive. But time will
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah. Because those people, they have people there who had guaranteed that they can bring Brassaris
Yeah,
drinks, the drinks will pass. And each time they will bring the drinks, they will allow them to pass. When it comes to Koraman's checkpoint, he will stop it and will
yeah,
destroy them. So it's not good for their business. So in
yes,
this war, you have people who have come in to make money,
yes.
and these are people that they see ADF as a threat, because ADF is
Mm-hmm.
full of people who have no interest, but they are driven by nationalism and patriotism. So our leadership is a big threat to them. It's not. I don't want to say this is just an IG thing. Even though most of the people, they find the IG as a loophole to come in and present themselves like legitimate Ambazonian leaders who want to coordinate military activities on the ground, but they're actually business people who are coming to facilitate their
For our
business.
business. Yeah,
So we also always consider that when we get into meeting, we always consider that there can also be action things like that within us as ADF. So we fight it. But the good thing is that in the ADF we have smart people. When we see things not going well, we try to intervene. And then you have people like General Efang, who is
yeah,
uncorruptible.
yeah.
You have his second in command. Um, how have we forget our second in command in name? If you imagine
Don't worry.
around them,
Just say second in command. We understand.
yes, yeah. So you have all of them. They are
So
selfless
many things.
people. And you see, they'll come and one day and they'll come and make some propaganda that is General Efang have kidnapped people. We have done this. I
Mm-hmm.
just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
somebody who carries who raise funds and put it in his hand. I mean, millions and millions, and 1 5 franc that they drop for down. He accounts for
Yeah.
everything. He have respect, and we are very proud of the job they're doing.
Kapu, say when ADF they began that pickup truck with this man the user. I received
Yeah,
so many calls. They say La Republique, they don't give AFAN a truck.
truck.
ADF.
Uh-huh.
If I can drive all over. Hey,
But
I just say,
the next
that
day
is
they see
why.
Grandpa for
Where
Bali to
Papa?
bring truck. They not talk
Yeah,
the same thing for
they
Grandpa
not
Bali.
talk.
So
No, they not talk
na
now. They
foolishness,
not talk.
na
They worry
foolishness,
me so
na
they I say,
empty.
hi, people are ignorant. Ignorant. They say, why is
It's
he
wicked.
driving and La Republic number catchy? Why he be say go to drive? I said because he is driving the area where now the area we don't capture. We hold him where now the thing that we now for day and those eh you behind the back here you don't know some my brother is terrible but that's another time maybe when the war go end then I'll tell a lot of stories. Let me ask you this on the policy of the liberation tax. How successful has this campaign been? Will time come when public will see the record of these companies who have paid those resisting payment and those companies that have left Ambazonia?
Okay, I'll answer your question by showing you a picture.
Okay.
Any company who pays the liberation tax receive a receipt. This is one. Let me show you. This is one official receipt.
Ooh,
This is one of the official receipts.
yes.
So everything is well documented, including on how the money is being spent. The money goes directly to our ground command. It does not go to the diaspora. It goes to the ground command for not just for weapon purchase. It goes to purchase weapon. It goes. We try to make sure that forces around those areas that those taxes are coming from also benefit from it. It also enables us to have leverage to take away some roadblocks, because our civilians also they are not very comfortable when they have a lot of roadblocks. So we try to use those money to engage soldiers who have been engaged in this stuff and say, oh, look, okay, this is money that have come in from this thing. We want to give you for granite, or we give you granite, we buy granite and give you and tell you this is
Okay.
coming from this thing. If you are saying you are blocking road because you want granite, okay, this is granite.
Now,
Give us,
cannabis. Yeah.
yeah, open the road up, give us space in the road for business people
You
and
see?
farmers for 1 week. And if we were blocking it for 5 days, do it for 1 day, and eventually hopefully we'll be capable of
By little.
eliminating a lot of things. So this tax specifically is going to community school teachers to help the students buy uniform, their books and chalks and benches and stuff like that. So it is going back to the community. It's a civil responsibility for every business which is in Ambazonia to pay this liberation tax to a credible organization that is accountable, that is patriotic, and that has a very good track record.
Okay, Papa. Let us switch into the education, your certain sector. We have been banning La Republic operated schools and their inferior curriculum program in Ambazonia. What alternative do you do we have when it comes to teaching children with special needs? Do we pay teachers in schools that we opened? Do we pay them? And what are this in the needs of for the disability? What are the this to
Yeah.
teach the disability? Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, when our infrastructure have been run down the way it has been for the past 60 years under Cameroon rule, there are very little support for people of disability. There have been some schools, I think around 3 schools that we have engaged with. There have been one in Bamenda that the teachers were arrested because they were Cameroon government schools, and we have been in discussion with the members who were there to try to set up an alternative schools that will be acceptable for our population, because we are in the middle of a war. We cannot allow Cameroon government institutions. People can get angry because people's houses get burned by the Cameroon government, and they can lash out. So it's for the safety of those teachers and the schools, especially in the disability schools in Bamenda, to work with us to make sure that that dream come true. So we are working in that in Bamenda. And in terms of payment of teachers, it is done on a voluntary basis. We look for volunteers, and when the schools, we give them not really salary, we support them because we try to make it separate from the military. The whole purpose of guaranteeing security and making those schools not prone to Cameroon military attack is that we ban our soldiers from having activities in those schools or from visiting those schools with guns, so that it becomes a safe haven where children can feel free
Children.
out of the chaos of war. They can learn, and there will be no reason for the Cameroon terrorist forces to come and attack there. So, but in
Yeah.
terms of salary, we try to support. We don't call it pay. We support them, what they are doing. Like Ambazonians, we have an education board that is mainly focused with support, assistance, and developing curriculum and navigating the politics of having schools during a period where we have not had our independence. So
Wow.
how do we navigate that issue? It's very tough, but I can guarantee you that we are in Bamenda alone. We have approved in Mezam, the whole of Mezam. We have approved 28 community schools that have come from mission schools. Some are private schools that have applied, and they have accepted revolutionary standards to operate as community schools in Bamenda, and across our territory is the same policy we adopt. We present this as an alternative from Cameroon government schools.
Wow. Wow.
But we have some challenge. We have some challenges. The greatest challenge being that the private schools that have been transformed into community schools and the religious schools, especially the Catholic schools, their school fees are so high that it
Yeah,
is very
that's
tough
true.
for the most vulnerable farmers and poor people who do not have job in our community, and they are being lured and tempted to venture into to risk themselves going to Cameroon government school. So we have been working hard to make sure that this year, from September this year, the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian, the Baptist, and private
Mission
schools will
schools.
become
Oh,
more
yeah.
affordable, or they will have some
Yes.
allocation for students on partial scholarship for the
Yeah.
poor and vulnerable, especially the IDP, so that they can also have chance to learn how
Yeah,
to
because
read and
this is
write.
war. They have to sacrifice. I mean, those mission schools, they have to sacrifice
Yeah,
for the people. It's not that only
yeah.
collecting money. They have to sacrifice. And that is, I'm happy that you people are looking into that, that they should, you people should, now is the time for them to assist the children. It is the time. So, mission schools, you people stand up straight and help the population. The population, they have been there for you all, for them, all the mission schools, when things were better a little bit. But now that things are like this, you people have to be there. If people say you are saving the Lord, for you are for the people, this is the time to show that you are for the people. Yeah. Okay, oh, Papa, let me ask you another question. Some of our viewers have raised concern that you have made a couple of statements in the past which they find troubling. For instance, you once said General RK was in Ghana without providing substantial evidence. Is this something you regret?
Yeah, I'll be very honest with our people. They should know that
Yeah.
I have been saving this liberation movement for a very long time, selflessly, sacrificing putting out my life out there, putting out my reputation at a great cost, great personal cost.
Yes.
And I deserve the trust and respect from our people. When I came to our population, I told them I have intelligence that General Arike is in Ghana. And the story came that he went to Nigeria. I asked for confirmation. It was a credible source. They provided me evidence of money transfer to him in Nigeria. And it was a disturbing issue for one reason. If somebody like that our people hold in high esteem, finds himself in Ghana or fall into the wrong hand and is compromised, it will break the heart of our people, and there will be
Really
so.
break. Yeah.
So I wanted, the intention was to cushion our people from this type of intelligence that we have. So I put it out there to cushion the public, and the guys who are in that his force, they called me and they tell me that we have heard what you have said, that Arike is in Nigeria, but Arike is not is Ghana. Arike is not in Ghana. I said, okay, if Arike is not in Ghana, I have evidence. This is evidence, solid evidence. It's not a joking matter. And I have accounts to the leadership of the governing council, so they know where the information came from. So I said, if he's
Yeah.
not there, let him prove that he is not there, and we will all be happy. We are not here trying to blackmail him or trying to bring him down. No. And they tell me that two things. That they said that I wanted him to show his location so that La Republic will come and kill him.
As,
So
as usual.
he will not take any picture. So I said, okay, if he will not prove that he is not there, and you guys say that he's not there, then let it be. I will just go with the intelligence that I have without any evidence of the contrary, because I have solid evidence about what I'm talking about. I can be wrong, it can be right, because I didn't go there to see him physically. But there are
From the
substantial
intelligence.
evidence.
Yeah.
There are substantial evidence that he is there. And it was, I think, 2 days later, he appeared in a video showing even
Yeah.
the
I
background. You
saw
can
that
see the
video.
mountain, showing a house
Yeah.
behind him. That this is proof
Yeah.
that he's in ground zero. So my
Ground zero.
question
Yeah.
is, if he was not there, if he was not in Ghana, why did he not give that proof within 24 hours when I made that statement? Secondly, they say that the reason he cannot make a video is because they don't want to show background. But the video he's saying have background, even have houses there that
Backgrounds.
people recognize.
Mm.
So the reason that they were giving is false. So do you want me to believe that he was not there? I can't. I will
Oh,
still stand on what I said, that he
okay.
had credible
Very good.
intelligence that he was, and I will go with facts. That is who I am. And if somebody feels that Arike was not in Ghana, I want that person to prove to me that Arike was not in Ghana. Because so far the evidence, according to the, if you judge any reasonable person, first of all, you say that you are not going to give proof. I even said that take a picture, just him in a room without
Yeah.
showing the
Just
background.
talking, taking. Yeah.
So
That.
they said that no, the reason they cannot show the picture because they don't want people to know where he is. Then later they show a
Then
video
the
with him
show.
showing the background.
Yeah.
And that place is a compromised place because I know that particular place
Yes.
where he made that video. And people from that village would definitely identify that place. So he actually did not care about his security. So there is no reason why he could not prove. So, but those who think
They
that,
were just concerned about disproving you. They thought that they were trying to
yeah,
disprove you. Yeah. To
yeah.
show you that, and when not knowing that they are compromising them own themselves, him.
Yeah, I don't even
Well,
know. For it can be that he was in Ghana and then he had to come back to ground zero to come and
ground
make that
zero.
video to prove that he's there.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
if he was not in Ghana, why did it take him 3 days
3 days.
to
Yeah.
talk?
Yeah.
What was happening? Why did he? If somebody said to me today to Ambazonian, if Mark Barata or any Ambazonian activist or Pachie or even Lucas Asu come out and say there is news that Capo Daniel is in Yaoundé talking with Mr. Pobia, I will believe that that person is doing so out of his genuine interest of Ambazonia. Because if you hear that I'm in Yaoundé, you should be
Yeah.
concerned.
Yeah. You're
I will just
concerned,
go
of
out,
course.
I will take a video and say, hey, my country people, now I made this for here, I see there for Hong Kong. I'm gonna no worry. That one are fake news. And I will call the
Mm.
person, I
As
will
you
tell the
always
person
do.
that the person who
Yeah.
give you this information was lying to you. So
Yeah.
Araki,
But
if he was not somebody who is compromised, I don't want to say that he is, so that people should not take it out of context.
yeah.
I will save his life
That's true.
single-handedly, rescue his life.
Mm.
I cover him up from things that Amazonia don't notice
I
today,
know.
which I will not
I
expose to
know.
today.
Yeah.
If he could not, I built that force. The force he called British Southern Cameroon Resistance Force. I built the ideology. I gave the name. I gave him a second chance in life. If he could not pick his phone
Yeah.
call to explain to me and answer to me and say that I'm here or I'm not here, then Ambazonia people should think about the conduct of that he has displayed, and they can be the judge for themselves.
Okay, Papa. What is your greatest failure so far in your role as Deputy Defense Chief of Ambazonian Governing Council? Any lesson learned?
If I can talk about my greatest failure, my greatest
Yes.
failure was not to take out the governor of Bamenda. When I was appointed this job, that was my main mission. That our commander in
Yeah.
chief, Dr. Chwayaba, gave. He says that Capo Daniel, I know you can do it. I want this man gone within this 1 year. And we tried. We even sent guys up station, and they hit his office. There are bullet wounds in his office to show for that. I tried my best. We didn't get it. We didn't get him. He's now feeling relaxed. But I want to just assure the base that they should know that where we fail,
Eye
we
is
learn.
still on him.
Yes, he's still the top target. We know
Yeah,
his value. He's our priority in Bamenda. Whatever we are doing is our priority. So
yeah.
the next time he's coming down to town, the next time he's going around, he should think about Capo Daniel.
He left. He is living in as a land. I don't know if it's true in Bafusam.
He
Coming
lives in
to.
Bafusam, but because we
Uh-huh.
have publicized it so much, he has moved into the
Oh,
military barracks, not into the governor's
oh,
house. He's inside
okay.
the military barracks, and his
In
family is
Bamenda.
out.
Okay.
There is not his family is not there. But we will get when things get hot, he runs away. So it's not like he lives there for a long time. He will come and show
Yeah.
himself around because they are trying to get people ready for 20th May, and they want to make people to feel that he's around town. So he has attended church service just to let you know that we know what he's doing. He has attended church service in
Mhm.
Mulang. He went and attended another Catholic church in the one with.
Oh, Papa. Okay. There have been many brave soldiers in this war. Their courage lives on in the thousand that continue rise for liberation war. Ambazonian without their soldier will be like God without his angels. As Deputy Defense Chief, DDC, how important is it for Ambazonian to recognize and celebrate the true fighting men and women in this liberation?
Oh, my sister, that just hits home. I will not lie to you that we have men of character that are fighting for our country. These
Yeah.
are young men, most of them who have not gone to school, some of them who have had very little opportunities in life, and some who have actually gone to school and have a lot of opportunities. So you have a mixture of people who have come and they are so dedicated to take up the risk. They have abandoned their house. Some who reacted in like they saw the guy in Boya when the Cameroon military killed Bebe is it Bebe Caroline? The
Online
boy
in
those
Boya. Mhm.
yes, those boys who make sure that justice was done. Two
Yeah.
of them have joined the force. Two of them have joined the force. So there are people like that who
It's good.
joined the force
Yes.
because they were out of impulse. They carry out some action on behalf of the state that they cannot go
Mhm.
back to civilian life. Then we take
Yeah.
them, we train them, and we equip them to be able to defend and continue self-defense. In a place like Oko, many of the fighters in Oko they joined the fighting because they were people. There are a group of fighters there who were they were doing honey tapping. They were tapping honey. You know the people with honey, they have some this talisman that when they wear honey cannot sting them. So that is
Yeah.
considered also like odeshi. So
Huh.
the Cameroon military was going around targeting people who were tapping honey. These are some stories that people don't
Oh.
know. And many of them ran into the forest and they pick up guns.
Oh.
So you have
Wow.
people of various backgrounds. Then you have some of the people who have abandoned university. They came back to their village. You have ones who are doing business in even in La Republique who have been suffering from
Mhm.
discrimination as Anglophones there.
Yeah.
They have come back. Then you have some people who have done everything that it needs to succeed in life, but they cannot succeed just because they're Ambazonians. They have joined the
Yeah.
fight. And then you have all this category of people, they are willing to lay down their life. And you see sometimes they fall, they die, they bury their brothers, and they pick up guns and keep on moving. It's incredible
Oh.
their courage, their sense of
Yeah.
patriotism. And when
Yeah.
they go and they know that they will fall. You look like Captain Commander Talk and Do in Menchu.
Mhm. You mentioned,
Very
yeah.
young guy. He's I
Where?
think he's 24 years old.
Mhm.
His younger brother. He lost his younger brother.
Yes.
He
I remember.
two of his younger brothers
Mhm.
they fell. He still continued after
Mhm.
he passed away. And he knew when he was going to that mission in Bamenda, he said that Capo, this mission be very important for we. That was the takeover, the hammer blow. It was a very important operation that the governing council itself has demanded that operation. So we had to bring him. He was one of those who were called to come and carry the operation. He came there and he knew that he can fall because he doesn't really know Bamenda very well. When he was shot on the chest, it wasn't very bad. He successfully found himself in some civilians. They picked him and brought him to the hospital. He was being treated, and he had a long video call with us. He spoke to us. We have the record there, and he said that there was a possibility that the Cameroon military could come there. But there was no way he could. In that situation, he could not go out. He would die of the wound.
Yes.
So he was still there, and his focus was still about freedom. He was in that state. I mean, in that state of mind where you know that you are now
in pain, but
going.
still.
His own is that if he die for a year, if he fall for a year, me na this is number second command, me na the one take command, me no be the one take command. If na for a year, it's on stick, then they will be that hide for a year.
Oh my God.
Then they have an account that manage the camp. That money for the camp will go inside that account. He passed that information to our team in Tanka and gave the password. You know, is money transfer. They could withdraw that money and use it for personal use.
Yeah.
So that is how selfless these boys are. Sometimes we get carried on with the negative propaganda of La Republic, but these boys are saints, to be honest with you.
Incredible. Yes. There are people that boys them. May will get Ambazonian. All these those are heroes. All these boys who will celebrate. Oh my goodness. But just skip that first. What can you say about the audio? I don't know if you've heard the audio that is circulating out there by the pigs. I'll say pigs. I don't know those people saying that ADF is responsible for the killings of these soldiers what happened in Buzan when ADF went and rescued and helped. But now there's an audio saying that it's ADF. What can you say about that? What can you really, because it pissed me off.
Yeah, the thing is that most of those audios are not just made by the pigs. Most of them are made by the Cameroon military. The Cameroon government, they know very well that the ADF is very organized, is well structured, and have a very good foundation. You have a good political leadership. So their nightmare is for ADF to start collaborating with all other forces, and they want to do everything possible to stop it. Their best tool is information warfare. They know that when they make audios like that, it will confuse a layman. Some of those soldiers may be vulnerable also, because not all of them are so savvy in terms of information technology. They can make them to sow doubt in their heart and make it impossible for ADF to have the support. But of course, those are all propagandas. Those are all lies. General Savior, who is the commander in Gozang, he has sent out message of appreciation to thank our forces for intervening, and we did our best. We fought hard together with them. This is not just the first time we have been working with them. So we are together with them. They know what we are doing, and our people should be rest assured that those messages, when you see them, don't share them. Delete them. They are fake. They are full of lies. They are unsubstantiated. It's not possible.
Papa, what will you say about our own people, as you say, are the ones that are sharing the video on that? And the reason why I say pigs, because most of it, when you go to their forums, those are those type of things you see that they are feeding our people. They are feeding our people. That means La Republic, they call them. They've sent the video out there, and there are some of our people that are taking that audio out and sharing it to our own vulnerable people that you know that it's sad.
Yeah, they are working for La Republic unknowingly. They are working for La Republic unknowingly because they have become the main distributors of La Republic propaganda material. So when La Republic, they make anti-ADF propaganda, which is targeting Ambazonia, they will put it out there, they will pick it up and they will share it. But what I want them to ask themselves is that why they don't see ADF sharing those materials, because sometimes La Republic also make IG
Yes.
propaganda.
Who just yes.
But we will not share it because we know it is
Yes.
targeting the revolution. Sometimes there are certain statements that La Republic will make to ridicule the whole movement, but it will target some figures that are not in our camp. So we don't share it. They should learn from
But but
us.
but some I would say it's not only La Republic, because if you listen to that grandpa's audio, or I mean video that he made, he said in that their ARF, how they call their army,
ARF.
that they are, yes, it's
Yeah.
in their house there. So he listen to some what they are saying there in that house that makes him sick, and that's why. So that is to tell you that there are some of our people, there are people that are on a lot RF. I don't even care. I don't know them, but that are carrying these things and telling and taking it out there, saying dumb things, and people are believing it. Because Papa, if you see the way I get attacks, even in the phone, even in a messenger, some places, some forums that were there for the messenger things, that when as you
Yeah.
see the way I get from our own people and the type of talks where they talk there, me one they did like how many hundred for inside forum. I am the
Yeah. The
only
thing is
one
that
that will tell them the
let me
truth.
tell you the strategy they are
Nobody
doing.
talks.
Yeah, the strategy they are doing is make believe. That means in one forum you have like 10 Cameroon military provocateurs there
Okay,
and spoilers.
okay.
So one will say something, another one will come and repeat it, and they will make
Yeah.
believe that they believe these things, even though they know it's a lie.
Yes.
And
I did tell them,
it,
oh, they know me.
it can be confusing. It can be confusing for the mind of somebody who is a lay person. It can
Yes.
confuse somebody who is a lay person, and they
Yes.
create a perception. By doing those propaganda repeatedly, it creates a perception, and that people will think that that is how the whole majority of the people think. But in reality, the Ambazonian Governing Council is the most popular movement. We receive
Yeah.
the highest financial support from Ambazonian. That's to
Yeah.
show you that our people
They are
support us
believing
more.
Ambosa. Yes.
Amongst the forces, most of them they have been working with us. I mean, all the groups have been working with us, so they know the truth.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
sometimes, because they want to please somebody who do not like A or B, they try to play into it. I'll give you one
Yeah.
example. There are some IG members. Every time they get this thing, they will send to me and ask me, "Hey, Capo Daniel, have you seen this thing?" Not because they believe it, but because they want to. They feel that they will shake me, they will get us rattled, and
Yeah.
they
They do
think that
that
we
too.
feel vulnerable because we
Yeah.
have been battered by the Cameroon propaganda. They are so
Mm-hmm.
effective, to be honest with you. I will give them some some credit. The guys Konda titles, Kunyam
Yes.
titles, and the
Mm-hmm.
rest, they are
Kadi Asanga.
savages with Padia Sanga. These are murderers. These are people who
Mm.
support collective punishment. They support the Cameroon military to go out there and assassinate innocent civilians who have nothing to do with the fight. These are criminals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will give it to them that they have been very manipulative, and they have succeeded to deceive a lot of our people. But lie does not last for so long. It takes not enough people to speak up for the truth to be established. Unfortunately, they try to isolate real fighters. That means they will make it so nya, as we call it, they'll make a mean nya asute. Any decent person will want not to have anything to do with it. That is their
Do
strategy.
it. Exactly. Yes.
So they will
Yes.
insult, and go up,
Mm-hmm.
come down, personalize it so that you run away. But
Yeah.
thank God to Ambazonia that they have people like you and me and many other people that we see every day that think it is worth it to receive all those blows and still stand
Yeah.
up for independence. Sometimes they send
Yeah.
messages to they'll see they can look at your friends list on Facebook and send
Yes,
some type
Papa.
of lies to create some lies
Hey,
about you and send to this person and say, hey, you know
over.
Capo Daniel have done this, Capo Daniel have done
Yes.
this. Sometimes I hear
Capo,
people come and tell me
you know
things
as I be
about me
fight,
that
you know as I be fight when I fight for inside some forums them. I go
I
fight
tell
me
you.
one. I be fight, so they fight the fight, they'll start coach me though. I dey fight una fight. If you know, if I be send things away for some forums for una, you, Dr. Ayabacho, Asu Lucas.
Yeah.
Hey, my goodness. Then they turn around for me too. They curse me too. Why I don't fight when I fight? They start cursing me. How I be
Yes.
shower?
When
How I
the
be this?
favor
How I be
control
this?
you.
How?
Yes.
Yes. For
But you
life, just
strong,
to lie.
oh.
I mean, why?
You're
What do they
strong.
get from that? And they say they're waiting. Someone said they wait us in Amberland. They'll do us, they'll shoot us. Me, you. That one they put out for the me, you. I am. Oh my God! I say you
If I
people, you
tanganji
have.
poor, if Paul be as self way he be na the king of hell. He
The
says he don't talk
manager,
say
yeah.
ye prend la engagement for bring we for catch we for
Yes.
diaspora. If Paul be he
Yeah.
says don't talk,
It
enough
never
if
fit.
fail, then we'll be them. So
Ah,
most of the
Papa.
time I just laugh. You know.
Yes, and now, so even see, as you always advise me when Kunda titles and the rest they were doing all those things, writing, bring pictures of my daughter, my family, all those things. You told me to
Yeah,
just get away from that forum and don't answer them, and I stopped. I never, and since then they stopped. But this other
yeah.
group, these people, whatever is I don't know them. I don't with La Republic people that are talking about me, calling my family, all those things. But a citizen too told me, he said, don't answer them, just the way you told me. He said, don't even answer,
Yeah.
don't say nothing, just leave, just act as if you don't see it. Just they can say
Yes.
whatever. Sometimes I will fight to my
Exactly.
family at times. Hey, okay, Papa. The last but not the least that I'm asking you because we've overstayed at this thing. But Papa, I would like you to be coming. At least sometimes I know you are so busy, but once in a while I would like to bring you here to you for you to talk to our people ground. I don't know. We didn't speak in pidgin, did we? We spoke some in pidgin and some in. We
I
just
they
mixed
always
up.
talk me na pidgin. I they always talk na pidgin standard English. So even when I dey talk my English, if some man dey for the work, I
Yes, me
calculate how
too.
many grammar error they did na isabi.
Yeah.
For
Who
me, na my
cares?
pidgin standard English I dey talk am.
Yes, who cares? That's me. I don't care. What they talk what I don't even care. As long as my people on the ground, they understand me. And those are the people I'm talking to, those are the people I'm loyal to, those are
Now the
the
people that we
people I'm
must
fighting
protect them.
for. Yes.
Yes.
So I don't care the damn about this all this one people for diaspora here, thieves. So they can say whatever I don't know for English, Capo. That's what they talk of me. Capo don't know English, me, I know. I don't even care. I said English is not even my first language. I'm pidgin person. And so
Tell you.
as long as ah forget about that those people, those are they have inferiority complex. That is why that you can stand, you will not
Yeah.
say talk about your own. I beg, I don't even want to go there. Let me just give you this last question. It it's possible you have a message to your people, perhaps in the area of the 100,000 bullets campaign or any other area. Go ahead, talk directly to Ambazonians and supporters of Ambazonians.
Yeah. This one na the most important thing.
Yes,
Una una
that's why I
fit
leave
see
at
say
last.
yeah. We get. I fit tell a guarantee una say we get guns them. We get bullets them. We boy them fit protect themselves and they fit engage in light combat. Like Dr. Cho, he don't talk for we for sustain the type of operation that we will need for sustain them. We need that 100,000 bullet. If we don't always talk that thing now just for talk. My show na delivery just for today. Maybe we know so they deliver. You wanna deliver this for today. So that those bullet them it be very highly needed. And it is.
Yes.
Put it right so that no will see. Yes. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. You bring it this way. Yeah, to you. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, those are those the
That
bullets?
yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, now 1,000 that's so. So make our people them me them know say we don't get the capacity, we don't get the network for bring in to our territory unlimited amount na just the money lack. Una the invest for una freedom, be the primary investor for una freedom for place where it bring result. Not be some place some man can't say I go. Now so we don't pass that level for bikini they take material that
Yes.
can show them. We don't pass that level. But I feel guarantee our people and say, please, if you know better and donate for this project, 100,000 bullets. Trust Dr. Chuayaba. Our institution, when you send money for this particular project, it go not only for the project. It go only for the project. So I beg you, if you listen for me now, for any place you did, for ACN, for Ambazonian Warana, for abroad, for your TV, for your mobile phone, I beg you, take small money, invest some for this freedom. It will go a long way for sustain our operations and we'll get them where it come up.
Yes. Thank you. And mommy and papa them for down. With it, and everybody, Ambazonians all over the world, with it beg. We go keep begging. Even though we know say now all we now we war. Not only particular people. So we the beg una, we still continue to beg una, make una pull una hands to for una pocket. Una, it no matter $10. It go buy. I think na 5 bullets or how many they buy. $10 go buy this amount. One and $5 will buy one and 2 bullets, and it go help. It go help. So make all of us that money no $2, I mean $5, $10, and not plenty. You feel you the chop for one day. How many you chop? You feel for go, you fast. You say today na day with me, I go fast. For take that money for put them for down for we country, for we own country. Even if you are not there today, me, even if I die today, I will be so happy. I'll die with joy. Say me, I be do something. At least I try
Exactly.
for do something. Say I give small money. Say me they do something for free that country. It doesn't mean that we have to be there. We have to be alive. All those our people that have died, soldiers that have died, eh? There be no say that get into this. They feel die, they feel live, and they put themselves. Some left school. You feel imagine they live their career where some of them they can't join for fight the war for us to get independent. Remains we and they are not selfish. They were not selfish. So you people, especially in the diaspora here, that you people are here and you all don't want to. Because sometimes I get so confused when I for messenger. When I send things like that, you see, you don't hear. Or when you even call people to engage and tell them that, can you come, send money? They'll tell you, oh no, I'm going somewhere. I'm just looking at them. Is this for real? When your people are dying, you are not paying, you are not giving the money for us, not for Dr. Yaba, not for Comrade DDC, Capo Daniel, not for me, not for any of us. You are doing it in the sake of Ambazonia for your great grandchildren to live. You will not, but maybe you are picking them. They will live. Your country. See Ukraine, Papa. One now Ukraine they call them. Ukraine with
Ukraine,
war.
yeah.
Ukraine, you see how even Mamida for 80 something years old, they are down for their country. We have to learn to be patriot. They call an awiti. We have to learn for love our country. We don't be with La Republic for the way we don't even know what is patriotism in the country. And so now it's Ambazonia. We want to get into Ambazonia. That Ambazonia is going to be Ambazonia, where every man for Ambazonia it go know say that country it be important. It go worship our flag, go by what we I mean our national anthem. That is what we want, and you people should contribute this money. $100, $200, $2,000, or $10. We welcome it. Please, Ambazonians, Ambazonians, I'm begging. All those ones where they never give nothing. I know una all. And I did see una, I didn't know, but there will be time. You people think, because it's time you have to tell people the truth. You people think we are fools, but we are not fools. We are telling you all to put your money, and all those people that I know, I've seen them on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Messenger, all of them, that they don't want them. Nothing is happening in Rambaland. They pretend as if some will say they don't want to get into that our thing, but there will be time when you have to come and show us what did you do. Ambazonian is not going to be easy to get into Ambazonian when you did not contribute. It would not be easy. If I am alive, me alone, I'll make sure that you people, anybody that comes in Ambazonia, when we have an independent, you all have to show where you were contributing. So now is the time for you. It doesn't matter that don't think that because you've not been contributing for so long, you may be any time. If you were sitting at the sideline or sitting at the back, now is the time for you to come forward, because Ambazonia is just this thing like this for covering will get the land. So I beg you by me and Papa, Operation 100,000 bullet is on, and so on Saturday. Is it this Saturday, Mr.
Yeah,
DDC?
there is this Saturday. Yes, this Saturday. I think we get
We have
a German mission post or
yes,
something
Yemen
like that.
mission.
Yeah,
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
That we are going to be there. You all should come and contribute. Some of you people, some of you are even scared that no, I don't want my name to be. That your name doesn't have to be there. You don't have to give the detail. Go. You can call Mr. Capo Daniel, GDC. You can call Mr. Ashley Lucas. You can call me. You can call Wally on the move. You can call so many ADF people that you know, AGOFC. Tell them that I want to give my money, but I don't want my name to be there. How am I going to do it? How will I get to do it without me? So, some people, they give money to me, their name, and get their this thing. But they for this, but they know they'll give thank you letter for me to give them. But I know, say, records the day where the record will show is somewhere that even if I die today, my picking they will take the record, the gear for AGOFC. Say these are the people that paid. This is it right there is open. That's what I've written. Say if I'm not there, anybody who don't give me money, you give them for those
To the
people
record,
to
yeah.
show those people. So, mommy and papa, una contribute with the back una. Even the ground zero, it not be limited for here. I don't know. I know that is tough, but there are some people that are living well on ground zero, ground one. Whoever Cameroonians, I mean Ambazonians are the ground one. The day Ghana, they all side. Ambazonians are everywhere. Middle East, all those places. You people should donate. You people should send. You people should give your money. It's not only limited in the people in Europe or America or Canada. No, please donate. Call us. Call Wale on the move. Tough is there. The money go in there. If you don't want it, call Mr. Capo Daniel. Call anybody. They will be willing to direct you to where you go. No, put the money. We need that bullet. Our boys are willing to fight for us. They are there waiting. They're all waiting. Only they are the ones that even sacrifice their lives. They stand there receiving all the bullets. Then only for you to move $10 to give, you sit, and then you don't want to get into that our thing. Please, 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 don't be on the sideline, because there will be time. Mr. Capo, Papa DDC, do you have anything that you're going to say? Oh, do you have
Yeah, I
anything for
think
now?
no,
That's
we
it.
don't talk all things. We'll wait. I
Okay,
think
Papa.
we'll always be available
Oh,
for
yeah.
still come back again and continue. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
next time.
Mama Najella. And
Thank you, Papa.
I thank all my country people who I don't watch we for this show, and we'll continue for the engage through this platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you. I call you Father. It's not that you are my father, but because I respect you. You're doing wonderful, wonderful job what you do for grants. Oh, no, Papa, for all that what you do. You take that responsibility and you are doing it fine, Papa. I thank you. I thank you plenty. God bless you. God bless you and your family. Yes. Yes, Papa. Thank you. And now I want to talk a little bit for ground zero. Make I talk for my people and then. So ground zero, ground zeros and ground zero, ground zero. I First of all, I will thank you all for watching us. Thank you very much for everything we una don't do for ground. The perseverance. It tell we say we una be on the right track. And the soldiers, our fighters, you are the ones that just make us so happy for all what you all are doing, no matter the odds. You people are still hanging there, fighting for us and for the independence of our country and to make sure we have a country. I thank you all. It doesn't matter where you fight, as long as you're fighting the right fight. Thank you very much. And I thank my mommy the way and my papa the way that they cover Wuna. All the genuine Ambazonians that are there to cover you all. I thank Wuna plenty. Now let Papa God you want to bless Wuna. Wuna go see the riches of our Ambazonian. Time will tell. I beg Wuna just persevere. Wuna just persevere. Wuna not relent. Wuna stay strong. And for now, want you all. I'm begging for you all to pray for me as you've always been praying. And I will pray for you all too. And we all Ambazonians should pray for each other. We have to watch each other's back. Yes, I thank you all. God bless you and God bless Ambazonia. Thank you, my people. Bye for now. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Capo Daniel, for showing up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, in your own remember. Aku nambie unufu. Aku kamwe unufu. Aku nambie unufu. With the mace who die, more and more. With the mace who die, more and more. Anyori, me no fool. Anyori, me no fool. Sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home. Anytime I remember you, my heart they just they burn. Because say I know you miss me, but I just they run. I dey pray me love return, I dey pray me peace return, I dey pray me all the good days when we used to meet return. Yeah, more I dey miss you. Hanamone tamaninge tienga ye chaazake. Hanamo tamaninge tienga ye waridadi. Hanamo tamaninge tienga ye chiezabi. Oye ibire wongwe. One chance is two chance, na so we dey. Sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home, sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home. Mama when the unity anina, tianga hinye noa. Mama when the unity anina, tianga hinye jaga kukambo. Mama when the unity anina, tianga hinye tiawa. Amara ni wuninge, wajibia shanori, anu bujimi shabobo, apu kamboe. Chehumane digimo, chehumane dogmo. This will in your boy. Ayi magwina, titi ya kukamboe. Wariama namana, titi ya kukamboe. Apu namie. Anyori, me no fool. Anyori, me no fool. Sweet home, sweet melody, sweet home.